Hey, Hannah.
Yeah,
You know the movie we reviewed, Kids?
of course.
I think it's an unofficial prequel to Face Off. At least for one of the characters.
How?
Well, let me show you.
Little girlie. You always talented. You like peaches?
Several bad puns later.
You know, I can eat a peach for hours.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Face Off, the 1997 action film directed by John Woo, who had previously worked with John Travolta in the 1996 film Broken Arrow, and also directed the second Mission Impossible film. In this movie, John Travolta plays Special Agent Sean Archer, whose son is accidentally killed by terrorist Castor Troy, who is played by Nicolas Cage. After a 6-year manhunt, Castor is finally captured, but put in a coma. Sean then discovers that a nuclear bomb is set by Castor and his brother Pollux, and undergoes a top-secret surgery to have his face removed and replaced with Castor's. But all hell breaks loose when Castor breaks up from his coma and becomes Sean Archer himself. This film is rated R for intense sequences of strong violence and strong language, and to this day is one hell of a ride.
I'm ready for the big ride, baby.
And it is the 20th anniversary next month of this movie, so very exciting to be reviewing this one with you. I want to hear your thoughts on this movie because I know that you didn't really grow up with these kind of action movies. I, of course, did grow up with it. 1997, my mom was working at the theater, so I did get to see it. Very exciting movie. What did you think of it watching it?
So Face Off is the epitome of 90s action cheese. The sheer talent and chemistry between John Travolta and Nicolas Cage is absolutely incredible in my mind.
I agree.
I don't think that they could have gotten a better casting choice for this movie. I can't see anyone else being in these roles. The movie has some faults in it, but the characters really make up for it in the end because that's what this story is about. It's classic 90s action. It's perfect in its cheesy glory.
A lot of fireworks.
You can even hear them in one of the scenes.
It's so much fun though because you're just having fun with these characters.
Yeah.
That no matter what you're seeing, even if it's like, oh my god, over the top fireworks with these explosions, even gunfights
Yeah.
have fireworks in them.
And this is like where the slow-mo gunfighting came in. It was like,
you're just kind of like, okay,
I'm just gonna go with it.
That's-
It's as cheesy as heck, but I'm gonna go with it.
that's fine. And
And then there's always the very obvious stunt doubles.
oh my, the stunt doubles.
Because you're like, you can clearly see that is not Nicolas Cage.
I have no problem with stunt doubles, but he just lingers on them for like way too long.
Yeah,
There's
especially in the
one
vent,
where-
yeah.
Yeah, the one in the vent, the one in the boat when
Yeah.
the climax when they're getting off the boat and they're just kind of jumping. You can see
But
the two
that's
stunt
kind
doubles.
of the beauty of 90s special effects, that it wasn't fake. It was real. They really had stunt doubles on a boat crash into a beach.
Yeah.
You don't do that as much nowadays. It's all in front of a green screen. You'd think that the technical aspects would bother me more in this movie because it does in every other movie.
But it's still, to this day, noticeable even
Yeah,
back
it does take you out of the story just a little bit. But there's just something about the I get really into the characters. Nicolas Cage is a psychopath who turns into the good guy, but then looks like the bad guy, and there's this whole internal struggle with him, and he plays it so well. And he plays both characters well. He plays Castor Troy really well, and Sean Archer.
Yeah.
I like Sean Archer better as Nicolas Cage than I did Travolta. Because Travolta, to me, he's more of a bad guy. He's good at playing the bad guy.
But that's my favorite character of the whole movie, Castor Troy, is just
Yeah.
because he's the most interesting to play. These guys were probably like, oh, I can't wait to play him, because
Yeah.
the character of Sean Archer is just not that...
It's not that complicated. He's
just not that
depressed
interesting.
cop
When-
out for vengeance.
When he's put up against the wall, he's the most interesting. But when he's not, then he's just like, okay, whatever. He's just the beat-up cop and everything.
Yeah.
But this movie is a good time. And it's lasted 20 years, and to this day, I love watching it. These two characters
Oh, yeah.
are the most entertaining I've seen. I think this is my favorite Nicolas Cage movie. I have to say.
It's one of my top 5.
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage movies, yeah.
And John Travolta, I mean, he's done a lot of great movies, but
Yeah.
this is one performance that I'm also like, oh, okay, I can really appreciate him in this one too, because he does go over the top
Yeah.
as well. I don't want to give all the credit to Nicolas. He also does
I
a lot
really
of...
think he stole the show, though. Nicolas Cage stole the show.
Yeah,
Like, he embodies the just maliciousness that is Castor Troy. When he just shoots the FBI agent, and then he just shoots the pilot, and then vice versa with John Travolta. He plays Castor Troy. I like him better as Castor Troy than Sean Archer. But he says a lot of the same lines. I didn't notice it the first time I watched it, that some of the infamous lines that Travolta was saying, Nicolas Cage had already said them.
What the fuck are you doing?
Sasha, what the fuck are you doing here?
You're not having any fun, are you, Sean?
You're still not having any fun!
I mean, the most noticeable one is when they're singing the song.
I'm ready. Ready for the big ride, baby!
Ready for the big ride, baby.
For me, it reminds me of Batman and Joker, just their relationship. You know, Joker is evil, and he'll just do anything to defeat Batman. Batman's always trying to get him, no matter what it takes. So it's really exciting for that.
Yeah, I think Nicolas Cage would make a great Joker.
I think so, too. But he was almost Superman, so...
That would have been a terrible idea. Missy agrees.
The dog agrees.
The only argument I need, Sean!
One of my favorite parts about this movie is when John Travolta and Nicolas Cage literally face off. Whenever they're on screen together, it's just movie magic. And they place off each other so well.
Give him Castor, your time's up.
Well, you better hit me, Sean, because you only got one bullet left.
So do you.
Wow. Wee, you good looking. You're hot. You should have left them out of it. Your son was an accident. I wanted to kill you. But you took it so personally. Why didn't you just kill yourself or let it go?
No father could.
No brother could either.
No, but it's Nicolas Cage impersonating John Travolta impersonating Nicolas Cage. Vice versa.
It's like looking in a mirror, only not.
And it's so funny because there's one part where John Travolta's basically making fun of himself.
Think about me. This nose, this hair, this ridiculous chin. I don't know what I hate wearing worse. Your face or your body.
I know you like that a lot, but
It's because he's making fun of himself.
Nicolas Cage never really did that.
No.
He never made fun of himself.
He just freaked out every time he saw his own reflection.
Yeah.
Because he didn't like, because that's the face of the guy who killed his son.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Sean! 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 Archer!
He kept touching his face a lot too.
Yeah, because he's just like, I don't want to be in this face.
What's the matter?
Face itches.
I liked that John Travolta just he didn't care that he had the face. He was fine. A couple times where, he pointed the gun at him when, his brother got killed.
Yeah.
He was just like, oh, like the curse of having this face, but, I do want this life,
Yeah.
That's why I go back to it being kind of like Batman and Joker, because Joker would still
Because
do
he had all the power.
Yeah, Joker would do anything to kind of infiltrate Batman's life if you could do that, so it's perfect. I know he's never really done that in comics or even movies, but it would be cool if he would do that.
What if Batman and Joker's face swapped?
There's a comic. I don't have no idea
That
about
would
the
be
comic
weird.
at all. Like, there's a comic about Joker just tearing up his face, something like that. I have no idea what it's about or anything. I've just seen it as a cover, and I was just like, oh, that looks very interesting. So that kind of reminded me of Face Off too. Back to the science, because I do want to talk a little bit of the science. A lot of people won't agree with the whole science of it because there's a lot of difference with the bone change.
Well,
they do explain it.
It's because of that mask.
The mask that they use to
because it's formed to their skull, but has the shape of the other person's face, and then they lay the muscles over it and the skin, and they attach it all where it's the skin and muscles that are moving. So that's what's really cool.
I don't agree with a lot of the stuff, like you mentioned it too, the love handles.
We'll do an abdominoplasty, take care of those love handles.
Like, when he puts it back at least.
Yeah.
Like it's,
Can you just imagine John Travolta going, "Hey, Doc, can you just leave out the love handles?"
Because he walks in through the door and he's like, he looks just the same. He
yeah.
could have been, I was just expecting a skinnier Travolta coming through like, "Hey, honey, I'm back," you know. You know, but no, it's fine. And all that smoke in the background was funny too.
Yeah, the obvious fog machine.
The obvious fog machine that was in the background. If you look at the back of the house, it's probably like people going,
Yeah. Well, what's going on? You guys having a barbecue?
John Woo movie.
Doves.
As far as characters go, because I know I'm talking a lot about characters, a lot of characters really weren't interesting to me, except for the one Dietrich. Dietrich or something.
The bald one.
Yeah, the bald one. Oh, he was
with
amazing.
the blind eye.
I hate cops.
And he obviously has got the face off line. Oh,
Face.
best line of the movie, of course.
The face.
Well, I kind of liked Paul. I don't know who else.
Pollock's Troy. He's the thing that ties this movie together because Sean Archer has to go to the jail as Castor Troy. He's got to go infiltrate.
He's the reason why he gets his
face off.
Off.
His brother's smart too. He knows who his brother is. You
Yeah.
know, he's obviously lived with him and everything. So
You see him
he can tell
questioning if it's him or not.
There's a fight and everything, and that's cool that Nicolas Cage is playing Sean Archer because then he's got to act all. He's got that scene where he's just crying when the fight, but then he's got to be like, "Woo!"
Yeah.
You know,
He's like, "Oh crap! I can't be myself. I got to be Castor Troy."
I'm Castor Troy! Yeah! I'm Castor Troy! Woo!
I said I'm out of cigarettes.
I need a light! I need a light!
You see, this movie is just so silly, and there's other movies. If it wasn't for these two characters, this movie could just be another shootout, whatever,
Yeah, it would just
cop
be
movie.
a popcorn action movie.
Without-
But the characters are so great.
Yeah, without John Travolta and Nicolas Cage switching roles and doing this
Yeah.
dual identity thing, it's just so crazy. The scenes with John Travolta are not very interesting. He is well, yeah, he's got that, but I'm trying to go with it. He's got that whole face
It's supposed
thing.
to be endearing. Like my mom
And
would rub
touching.
my
It's supposed to be
nose.
touching. I know it's like, okay, you know, a thing between father and son, between his family too as well. But
I'm
he
just
doesn't.
expecting him to do it to everybody.
If you do that in real life, that's gonna turn annoying. There's like enjoy this collage that we're about to show you because it is all face touching. It's all about faces. With just a lot of face references.
Yes,
as
there
well.
are. They do reference faces a lot in this movie.
John, look, we're friends. So I'm gonna tell you face to face, I don't give a damn if you are Times Man of the Year.
That's what the boys are for. To hide our famous faces.
When this is over, I want you to take this face and burn it.
And so every time they say just a face reference, I kind of just chuckle on the inside.
Tiny surgery.
I'd like to take his face off.
Yes. You want to take his face?
Yes. His face. Oh. The eyes, nose, skin, coming off.
No more drugs for that man.
I am going to give Face Off a 4.5 out of 5, just because watching it now, it is a little dated, and just some of the fireworks and explosions and some of the things that go on in the movie don't make much sense. But it's still fun, and I still highly recommend it. It's enjoyable. These two characters, John Travolta and Nicolas Cage, play them really well, and it's so fun. I can't wait to see it again. I watch it every year, so
Or like 4 times in 1 week, and I'm okay with that.
For this review.
Well,
only for this review.
No, I still would watch it 4 times in a week.
And it is the 20th anniversary, so we had to
Yep.
kind of pop it in a couple times this year.
Yeah. And I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 stars because, yeah, it's cheesy, but the cheese and the characters really make it the perfect 90s action flick. Just pop back or sit back with some popcorn and just watch a good classic movie and just enjoy the cheese that is served to you on a silver platter of John Travolta and Nicolas Cage goodness.
Looks like you're gonna be in here for the next 100 years.
So that's Face Off. Happy 20th anniversary to this movie. Have you seen it? Have you not seen it? Leave your comments down below. Tell us if you liked it or not liked it. And for our next review, I am very curious as to what we're going to do because I have no idea. What are we doing?
Ooh, it's an alien movie where aliens come down to Earth.
Oh, Arrival.
No, they come down in this big ship.
So like The Fifth Element.
No, there's creatures with weird mouths.
Oh, like Aliens.
No, it's District 9. It's a very underrated alien film. It's really good.
What the...